Good afternoon. So I'm Madam Maureen, a teacher of literature. And today I want to introduce to you a book called A Doll's House. A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen. It's a play. A play is drama. It is performed on stage, okay? Now, when we look at the title, we have the word a doll. Now, amongst yourself, what do you think a doll is? When someone tells you a doll, what comes into your mind? Yes. So, okay. Yes. So it is a plaything, okay? A plaything. Anybody else? Anyone else with another definition of a doll? Yes. Dolly. So yeah, a doll is simply, basically, a toy. It is a plaything, but it is in the shape of a human being. And in our society, who do we see with dolls? Mostly baby girls, right? And there they are pretending to play house, isn't it? That this is my what? My child. Maybe the doll is in form of a girl. So this daughter of yours assumes that she has a baby girl. So basically this daughter of yours is the one who tells this doll what to do, what time to wake up, right? It is time to go to bed, right? Yeah, that is what we basically do with a doll. We control it. We tell it what to do. It's play. It's drama. This girl assumes that she owns a home now. She has a house. And now she has a child that she tells, do this, don't eat this. It is time to sleep. Let me carry you so that you can sleep. Let me sing lullaby for my baby. So a doll is basically a toy in the shape of a person, and its purpose is to play. It's a plaything. Now, how is this title relevant to the book? Let me now explain to you two major characters in the book so that it can help you understand the context. A house. This house is owned by a man called Helmer. Helmer has a wife called Nora. Are we together? Good. We have a man called Helmer. This is a husband. And we have a wife called Nora. Who do you think is the doll among the two characters? Yeah? Who do you think is the doll? Yeah, it's Nora. Symbolically, Nora is the doll because here she is as a wife. And she is expected, she has been trained all her life. And she is expected to behave in a certain what? In a certain way towards her husband. When you talk about responsibilities, the responsibilities of a man and the responsibilities of a woman, what do you think are the responsibilities of Nora in the household? Cooking, cleaning, yeah. And one that is very important for women, one major role of women in a household, raising children. And now the success of this woman is going to be judged basically by the way she does what? Her responsibilities. However, even though those are her responsibilities, she has to ask for consent before she does anything in the household. The husband is questioning the way she's raising her kids simply because Nora decided to hide some sweets. Her husband has forbidden her. Okay, most of you dads in the house, do you tell your little girls not to eat sweets? Do you tell them not to eat sweets in the house? You don't tell your kids not to eat sweets all the time? Yeah? They shouldn't. Why? Itaharibu meno. Guess what? That statement is used in the text. That you're my wife, you're a pretty little thing. You are he refers to her as my little squirrel. My little squirrel. That's how he calls her. My little skylark. My little bird. So, he refers to her wife. He calls his wife pet names. He treats her like a child. So, she is simply like his what? His doll in a house. And now this house does not feel like a home, it feels like a house. You see, there's a difference between a home and a house. What do you think it is? I mean, you can have a mansion, right? But it might not become a what? A home. Why do you think so? There's no peace of mind, right? Or what else? Yes?
People do not live in that house. It's empty, but house. It's yours, it's there, but no one lives.
But no one lives there. Yeah, so a house can become a house, just a building. But what makes a home is a family. Now, let's go back to the context. This book is basically telling us how a woman is living in a male-dominated society. There are society norms. There is a way a woman is supposed to behave. So, basically, after being taught how to behave in a certain way, it comes to a point that you do not know who you are. So Nora will one day ask herself, and who am I? Outside this house, who am I? Nora cannot go to the bank. Women are not allowed to make any kind of what? Transactions. Are we together? Without the consent of who? Of the husband. And if she's not married, without the consent of who? The father, right? Not the parent, not any parent. The who? The father. Because the voice that is listened inside the house is the voice of the who? Of the husband. Get this right. You might feel some kind of sympathy for Nora, but try for a second to think about Helma. The society expects this man to provide for who? For his family, everything, right? Yeah, so the man is expected to provide everything for his family, financially, food, clothing, education for the children. And the woman is supposed to stay at home. So there's some kind of pressure here because a man will be respected by the way he has provided for who? For his family. Are you understanding me? Now imagine such a man in a world of today with a wife of 3 children like those of Nora. And you have the pressure of providing for them. Now you see, this year we really can let ourselves go a little. This is the first Christmas that we have not needed to economize. So this woman is trying to ask. Majority of the time, she has to go to her husband to ask for anything. So her husband is telling her, no, we can't, because we don't have the money yet. So this book is trying to show us how men and women are suffering because of the standards that the society has set. They have put limitations for women because of how they have made sure that the woman is limited with the way she can access things in the community. A woman is not allowed to work. You will find majority of the time in the text, a woman cannot find a job because they believe who can work better than the woman? The man, right? On the other hand, a man has lost his wife. What will he do with the children? In fact, if we relate it in our today's society, what happens is if a man loses his wife and he has been left with 3 kids, he remarries very fast, without, considering who he is even marrying, without time to actually find a good woman. Those are the standards that the society has set, and they have made both men and women suffer. That is what I have today in a doll's house. Thank you for listening.